Hey, what's up, everybody? Before we kick off the show today with Rockefeller's Radio, I want to bring your attention to something very, very, very important. And you already know what it is. Rocksboys.com. Now, you know there's a special that's been going on, right? $14.97. I don't know how long this special is going to last, but this is the perfect time to take advantage of it. Started off at earlier this year, all right, to kick off the new year, $14.97. Know that you guys would appreciate it, right? All the sexy hot boys, all the hot new content coming your way. Be sure to check it out, rocksboys.com. Click the join button, right? Put in your credit card information, totally safe. Don't worry about it. I got you covered. $14.97 to get you locked in permanently. But you got to remember, don't let your membership expire, because if you do and the price changes, well, at that point, you're just shit out of luck. Join rocksboys.com today, $14.97. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Rockefeller's Radio. This is season 4, episode number 14. Today's topic is going to be open relationships and being in a polyamorous relationship. We're going to chat about open relationships and what it really means to be in one. We're going to explore the various perspectives people have when defining open relationships. It's very important to note that not all open relationships are identical, as individuals may have different boundaries and expectations. We're going to delve into the reasons why some individuals are drawn to open relationships. Additionally, we'll touch on polyamorous relationships and distinguish between them and open relationships. We're going to jump right into this, introducing my co-hosts, starting with the wonderful, beautiful Miss Naya Monet.
Greetings and salutations.
And the very well put together, non-homophobic, sexually driven, handsome, no dick in his mouth today, Dante Harris.
Okay, because you know what? I'm like, oh, this is going real nice. I like this introduction. Then he had to add the no dick in his mouth today.
I won't do that next time. I had to make sure I gave you,
We got to start introducing him.
No.
We just start talking, and then we say, and introducing
The living legend,
the star of the show,
the retired porn star.
Go ahead, talk your shit. Dante got something smart to say.
And she was leading me, and I almost
the GoDaddy of porn himself.
She's about to get me kicked off the show.
My bestie. Put your hands together for Mr. Rockefeller. Yeah.
Little flippers. Yeah. What's up, Mario from Mario What's Up in ATL? Big shout out. Haven't seen and talked to you in years. So, just for those of you that are joining, just for heads up, we're not doing the Mad Libs today. We changed it and we decided we're going to do Mad Libs only open mic nights. So I was at first, I forgot, and then I noticed that night I didn't have it. I'm like, oh wait, this is a topic day, so she's not going to have that out. But we do get our drinks and shit.
Stop trying to do my job.
I'm sorry, Jesus Christ.
He just likes to be in control.
I'm wondering who. I'm hoping you doing some research or something on the topic.
But you know what we haven't done in a while?
Trying to get people engaged.
That? What have you been up to, Dante?
Is
that what you're about to say?
Yeah.
I knew you were going to say.
I'm on it. Well, I just completed another master program. All right.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Wait, what is it for?
Mindset coaching.
Okay. Congratulations.
So thank you. It dives into, what kind of master program you master dick sucking.
Okay. I mean, if it's there.
Well, you got to remember, in the last one, he said he really don't like sucking dick.
He did say that.
Yeah, so that's not his thing. He don't mind. But
what I said was I don't like getting my dick sucked.
What?
That's what I said.
Okay. No, fuck that. We're gonna talk about this before we get into the topic. What do you mean you don't like getting your dick sucked? That's like, and I'm not calling you a bottom, because that's my pet peeve when a bottom tells me, or think about. Because anybody I fuck is clearly a bottom. But when a person that I'm topping tells me that they don't like their dick sucked or touched, I'm like, ew. That's a turn off to me.
That's not true, sir. That's not true.
What do you mean? I said
just because you fuck them don't make them a bottom.
Oh.
I fucked tops before.
Then that doesn't make him a top either.
I mean, so technically positions are, and you know what? We make this an episode.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about
All right.
positions. I ain't gonna dive too deep up into it. But
I'll go.
Look, he started it.
But I would say sexual
I'm gonna
positions.
go back and listen to the episode because I could have sworn you said you don't like sucking dick.
I could have sworn that too. Because now what he's saying, this shit he's saying now sounds pretty fucking brand new.
I mean, but it's good information for listeners who may be interested.
Yeah.
So
know
I'm
that,
not
know
super,
that you don't like them sucking your dick.
I'm not super into it. Like if someone does it and it feels good, obviously I'm gonna enjoy it in that moment.
But that's not like you have to.
I'm not gonna nut from it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I can't necessarily say that I've nutted. I tell you, it doesn't happen often to where like somebody could suck my dick and I nut from it. It would take a lot to do that.
Jumped up in here real heavy,
Yeah,
real fast.
That's because you like to start bullshit.
real X-rated.
This was Rock fault. You got to hold on now.
Yeah, but you didn't have to carry the torch either.
You know what?
Well,
We in the Olympics.
somebody got to carry it.
Yeah. It was the baton toss.
You've done a relay race before,
Right, exactly.
Oh, it's Mr. No Dick in His Mouth this week, Harry.
Here you go. You're taking the baton now.
Cool.
The black sheep made a comment.
Well, we had to go back to the Mr. Rebellious.
Well, I want to. Yeah, let's when we go back, do his first, even though he dove right deep into it. I mean, he must have got some issues going on. He wrote a paragraph.
So that's the only thing
Is
you've
that
been
all
up
you got going
to?
on? You got a master. You got a MLDS.
Don't read that. That's not your job. What you been up to outside of
Thank you.
furthering your education?
Model life. I've been working my 9 to 5, of course. And I've been having some board meetings I had to go to for another organization that I'm on the board of trustees for, as well as doing some things behind the scenes for Acoma Alliance.
Okay.
So, yeah, looking into some grants and some programs that we can get. So,
Nice.
yeah, you know.
Keeping me busy, I must add. I
Oh, yeah.
I got a very nice, interesting email from our COO. You know,
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, damn, I'm not used to this shit.
Because I'm like, let me focus.
Right.
Let me focus. This has to do with money. Let me pass this to him.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, I get it.
And then I got a nice little email from your assistant. I was like, who the fuck? I don't assistant. I said, sir, we're gonna talk directly.
Yeah.
I'm not dealing with your assistant. That's for the other ones, other people.
I asked him, I say, let's test out your email. Why don't you go ahead and send it? I want you to send an email to the CEO and just saying, well, first everybody, including the board, introduce yourself, blah blah blah. And I said, go ahead and send an email to the CEO since he's handling this fundraiser shit. I said, can you email him and find out what's the status of this? And I guess that was Dante's comeback by saying, you know what? I just thought about it. You the CFO. I'm gonna pass this on to you.
And he got a motherfucking assistant. So both of y'all go ahead and figure it out.
Get something to do. But that's okay. What I've been doing, just to kind of piggyback off that, is helping work on. We're going to redesign the Acoma website, so it's going to be down for a little bit while we work on a new look for it. And we got a great programmer and coder that's going to do it from the ground up. So hopefully let's see, what is this, March? So we should have something, I would say, before the end of March, because we don't want to rush into it. We want the site to look great and look presentable, and have as much information available for people to go to, even the startup, and the information about the people that's part of the organization. And again, unfortunately, we won't be able to put anything about our COO as of yet. Our CEO, I'm sorry. But we'll put a little silhouette up there with a ponytail. At least they'll know.
They coming forward eventually. Hopefully in this year. But I think we skipped something.
Her?
Yeah, she didn't tell us what she been up to.
What you been up to? Naya?
I could have lived without.
I heard you return.
Business.
I heard you return back to the show screen.
I have. So, in my recent return to the stage, I went back to work and I've been dealing with the stress of being a union stewardess. But shows have been amazing. I'm also celebrating today 2 years of my gastric bypass surgery.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So from 398 to 185.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah. So but I think for the most important thing for me is I'm able to probably add 10 more years to my life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm able to do a lot more run, jump, kick.
It's better for your asthma.
Yeah, and definitely for my environmental allergies that I have, and asthma and people.
That's what's up.
So I got a question. That's what they said. The weight took off 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
Mm.
So I added 10 years to my life just by losing weight with the help of the surgery. But it forced me to do things that I wasn't ready to do because I use food as a therapy.
Mm.
So it's a coping mechanism. So if I'm upset, I'm happy, I'm sad, I
eat.
I'm angry,
You
I eat.
Yeah.
I'm in between, I eat. So it doesn't make a difference what the issue was.
And we know that type of I guess problem or it could be an illness exists. You know, people that struggle like an eating disorder.
Right. I mean, they have my 600-pound life for a reason. Like these people didn't get here overnight. It was over a period of time. And I jokingly asked y'all, like, why y'all let me get to this particular point? But I knew that I had got heavy, but because I was dealing with so much stress, I didn't have any other way to do it. Because at one point, I didn't have shows. I stopped doing shows. And then I was like, no, I just can't, because that was part of my happiness. So I went back and I was happy, but I was still stressed because I was dealing with, well, why you got to do shows and people touch it on you. They don't have to touch it. It was just a lot.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Know where that came from.
So on a more positive, how do you feel since losing so much weight? What's the difference?
My energy level is always up. I am much confident and happier than I've been in maybe 4 or 5 years.
But that's, I think overall that's what it's about, because you did this for yourself.
Oh, yeah,
not because of things people may or may not have said.
Oh no, not at all. Like I said, a lot of people, like my sister Tina, I love her to death, but her way of telling me like, well, bitch, you need to lose weight is whenever I pull out my inhaler. She like, you know, you need to lose weight, girl. Yes, I know I need to lose weight, but it's not happening right now. Jesus. But then, like I said, it had got to a point where I moved into my own place maybe about 2 years ago, and it was on the first floor. But I had hard time breathing, walking up one flight of stairs, and that was an issue for me. Because I'm like, bitch, wait a minute, I'm on the first floor. Why am I breathing like I'm dying? So that was it. And today is also my brother's birthday, who passed away a couple of years ago.
Oh, so sorry. Happy birthday to the
godchild,
Willie.
Which you later found out.
Yeah,
right.
Wow.
He would have been 29 today, but I miss him every single
Well,
day.
happy birthday to Willie.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Well, with that being said, different changes, stuff that's going on with you from the other positive side, you returning back to work. The other work, how's that? how the fuck has that been?
Baby. Just know they don't pay me enough money to deal with the shit that I deal with. And on top of the fact that I almost went to jail.
Oh,
yeah.
Not on your first day back.
Yeah.
The
Well,
union stewardess can't be committing crimes against the company.
Baby, let me tell you something. One particular person had pushed my button to the point I was like, y'all either gonna walk me up out of here in handcuffs,
Or
right.
Really, that was really the only option.
Look,
I was on the edge of my seat.
Look, I saw I took a sip. I'm like, okay, it's coming.
That was the latter, because in my mind, I really just wanted to walk up to this person and slap the shit out of them so bad. Like dog slap. You know, like bitch, stop playing with me kind of slap. But I forget that in a professional setting, you just can't say what you want. So I couldn't even say to the person, like, I hate you. Like, really, really hate you, because it would have been insubordination. And so I was like, well,
You gotta breathe. You gotta calm down.
well, I vented in a way
What's up?
Then my CEO, she was like, "Can I talk to you real quick?" Yeah. I understand, but you can't do that because we've built this team of camaraderie with each other, and by you doing that create chaos in the workplace, girl. Well, you only had either I do that or I go to jail. Because I know if I'd have slapped the shit out of her,
You got to pick one.
I was going to jail.
We got to count down.
Yeah.
I was doing that. I was sitting in my chair shaking, and I was crying, literally.
She was skipping numbers.
I was, but I said that the whole time. I was like literally shaking. My body was visibly shaking. And
that anxiety was kicking in.
If you were to that point, I feel like the person probably intentionally triggered you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was done intentionally.
Because sometimes people they know when a person knows when they're getting to you because they're reading your body language and looking at you.
Especially these people.
Yeah, and they'll sit there and they'll keep doing. Yeah, because I've had that happen to me. Friends do that to you.
Listen, I got something.
And I'm like, this motherfucker is purposely trying me, knowing I ain't took my meds yet. He said, "Where's your chill pill?" I stopped taking them. So that should let you know you keep doing that shit and pissing me off. I'm gonna snap on your ass.
Because I feel like it was the most pettiest thing. So to make a long story short, say for instance you set a meeting with me.
Mm-hmm. To my left ear said, "Hey."
The issue is, if I don't see it, you'll say, "Hey, Naya, did you get my email about a meeting that we're supposed to have today?" Right?
Mm-hmm.
That never transpired. But you sitting here looking at me knowing that you sent the email and I didn't respond to it. I didn't click yes. And so later on that day, here it is, you have a meeting with him at 3 o'clock. You get your ass up and go get him in my face. Oh, hey, remember we got a meeting today?
But say nothing to you.
Absolutely nothing.
That's unprofessional.
And that what triggered me, because now I feel like you done it on purpose, because you looked dead at me, was like, "Oh yeah, hey, we got a meeting, right?" But you ain't said 2 words to me all day. 2.
Wow.
Miss.
That sounds so unprofessional.
I was like, "Child, y'all want these keys now or later?"
I'll set them on the desk.
For them people, you listen, because I'm different. I would, excuse me, you got a place, right?
Mm-hmm.
But see, that's the whole thing. There's nothing that I could do, because then it would have been an issue.
I mean, sometimes you got to remind people that it's a professional setting. Like you just can't behave like this. Now, in my profession,
they get away with it.
Shit. Sometimes you got to check a motherfucker.
Yeah. Professionally.
Yeah, professionally. You can professionally check a person.
And I think like for people in management roles, a lot of times they tend to forget. This is not Great Britain. This ain't Europe. This ain't whatever other country where there's a hierarchy. Like at these companies, we have a job to do. You got a job to do. They got a job to do. I got a job to do. And the way that I see it is we do this in collaboration.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So your position on the hierarchy, on the table, on the scale, the chart, whatever, it might be higher than the position that I'm in. But don't forget, at the end of the day, when we leave here, you're a person.
Right.
I'm a person.
You're still an individual.
All right. And I'm not under nobody. I work next to you collaboratively. And that goes for the CEO, the COO, whatever position that a person is in the organization. Now I understand that you might have some expertise, which is why you're in the position that you're in, and that's fine. Feel free to share your expertise, especially when I need to be corrected about something that I did wrong. However,
but still treat me professionally, like a person,
exactly,
with respect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And don't forget that I can get up with your glamour after 5 o'clock.
Exactly. I'm gonna have on a black hoodie with a ski mask.
I'm gonna meet you at your car.
Exactly.
You just know it's coming.
Okay.
Just know it.
But see, I be trying to put that away. I don't want to be doing 6 to 30, as my friend like to say.
Oh, well, you don't have to, but they don't listen. You got a cousin named Pookie, or
somebody got your back. That will you'll have an alibi. Nobody's gonna be able to come for you and be like, "Oh, well, where were you at 9 o'clock and such and such?" I was at my desk.
Okay, Mr. CEO, I am so sorry. Are you okay? How'd you get that black eye?
My word, what happened to you?
Maybe you should start respecting your employees.
I heard if you don't do right by people, karma show can't catch up to you fast.
Okay.
But I also do feel like that this particular person has an issue with black trans women because they have the majority of the issue. 95% of the issues they have in the workplace are with black trans women.
Well, they seem like the problem.
Maybe they need to get some help.
Maybe they need to leave.
Find other gainful employment.
Hello, Jesus, are you calling me? Because y'all clowning.
I want to jump into the comments a little bit before we hop into our topic today. I definitely invite those that are on Instagram Live. Y'all want to be part of the conversation, feel free to do so. We'll try to keep up with you with the comments and scroll back and read. I do want to start back with Mr. Rebellious Soul. He started a comment at the beginning of the live. Miss Monet, you able to find that one?
I did. So Mr. Rebellious _soul said, open relationships aren't for me. The other person loves the third person more than me, LOL. That's why I prefer mine to be mine. But even then, it's hard finding a faithful partner.
Then we had, we got that one for him. Then there was another one.
I'm 1 p.m. said that's the best part. And then the Black Sheep 85.
I think that's my sister.
On the top, are you...
On the topic?
On the topic, are you top or bottom?
I'm always top on any topic.
So, Rock is the top. Dante is...
confused.
I ain't confused. I'm a top. I ain't confused about that shit.
You have
just don't suck dick.
I do.
I'm confused at this point.
I suck dick and I get my dick sucked. I say I don't care for getting my dick sucked.
Okay.
And I don't care for sucking dick. But I will do it for, if I'm engaged sexually with somebody, I'll do it.
This is a little Donald Trump Jr. over here.
But Mr. Rebellious _soul said, I'm same way unless in a relationship. I'm weird like that. LOL. So understand, Dante. And it's DANTE.
Well,
spelled your name wrong.
Oh.
So what we want to do?
Oh wait, the Black Sheep 85 said if a say he don't want to top, I think something. LOL.
Is that? I don't know. I think that's my. I want to say that's my sister or someone. Yep, that's my sister. She's so fucking hilarious. But anyway.
If a guy say he don't want top like head.
Right. That's what she's saying. She gonna think something.
Up.
What else we got? I'm sorry, y'all. We just going through this IG thing.
That was it. But she was saying, tell your nephew said hi.
That's what I was saying earlier. I said, tell him I said what's up.
But that's all the comments.
So and started off with a laugh. Open relationships is I think definitely tricky.
Are you in an open relationship?
No, I'm not this time.
Oh,
yeah.
How you managed to do that?
I'm not. Well, we both agreed on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
you did.
Clarity.
There's always a but involved. Wait, the B-U-T or B-U-T-T?
B-U-T.
Okay.
Because a lot of people will think. Some people would think that if you're dating someone that's in the industry or that's a sex worker, I don't want to leave content creators out because it goes for them too.
I need to drink.
Being that they have a lot they have a lot more drama than they do that people actually work as adult film entertainers as far as like with studios and stuff. And that's just my personal opinion. I'm entitled to it. But that's where that first boundary is. And if that person understands that, okay, this is your work and they understand that's your line of work that you do, that's not considered making it an open relationship because that's my profession. I've been doing this shit since 2008. So that would be separate. But then when you start discussing and being in an open relationship, there's a conversation to be had. First, the question, when you pop up, do you want to be in an open relationship? And the person says yes. Now, is to establish the rules and the boundaries as far as to what you can and can't do, the do's and don'ts.
Absolutely.
Do you think that, I didn't have a problem, when I did have when I was in an open relationship, because there was always communication. But there are people that exist that for some reason the rules tend to change as the relationship goes. And I've talked to people that were in an open relationship. Actually, I might try to see. Nah, I'm not gonna see if they want to come on. Because something that I don't know if they would be on or not, because they just. But the rules change, and you can't. To me, you can't do that in the middle of the relationship. Like, you can't, because you're trying to do something that you said that we're not going to do.
Well,
what happened?
Wait, hear me out. Okay,
go ahead.
Hear me out.
I told you he go to Voice of Reason. You ready?
No, I'm not the voice of reason right now.
You ready?
I'm not. But listen. Okay, hear me out. Right. Okay.
Okay.
Like anything, like even your life, even your person, like, sometimes over time things change. And I feel like if there's an open, like you said, if there's an open line of communication.
So what would change though?
Okay, so say for instance, right, you're in an open relationship with somebody.
What are your boundaries for you? So tell me, so that way I understand where you're going. What are your boundaries in an open relationship if you were to do one?
Okay, hold on. Let me finish this thought,
no,
and then we'll come back to that.
We got to start from the beginning, because let him finish, but then you got to ask him, will he even be? Because
I see where he's going, but it's just like you have to. What you said it would change, so what was it? What's going to get changed from what was at the beginning?
Okay.
But
so
you didn't even ask him if he would be open to open relationships.
Well, he's just given if he was.
Right. So I'll say this. So because I know this couple that was in an open relationship. And here's the thing, right? So some of their boundaries was like no kissing, and we can only do stuff with people that we both, and if we're communicating about it or whatever, and so on. And so at some point, I'm pretty sure it was more boundaries, but I'm pretty sure I don't know if I just said it, but there's no kissing. So at some point, I'm pretty sure at some point down the line, it's probably going to get boring, and then they're going to talk about, say, hey, there's this person and and I really want to kiss them, but I know, like, in our relationship we said, when we're going to do stuff with other people, there's not going to be any kissing involved. So at some point during their relationship, I don't know, like 5-6 years down the line, they might come and have that conversation, and not come. They might get together and have that conversation.
Yeah, I was getting ready to come for it. Gotta change this verbiage.
Right? They might get together and have a conversation and say, you know what, let's, if you want to kiss someone, sure, go ahead and kiss them. And so, I feel like as long as, like you said earlier, there's that open line of communication with them and their relationship, if things change, it should be okay that it changes, as long as we're communicating that and understanding each other's feelings behind the change.
True. But then you may have, and of course we're speaking hypothetically, you'll have that one individual when things change, all right, all of a sudden, oh, you mind if we kiss people? Why?
So the other partner should be mature enough to explain why they're asking, or why they want this change, and be mature enough to understand that the other partner is not okay with the change.
Right. And that's the other thing too, is that if there are certain changes that come upon, or that's requested or asked about, in my opinion, you can't be getting mad if the person said, no, I'm not with that.
Exactly.
Because you already, I think you're asking a lot of each other when you're participating in an open relationship. So when you're introducing other things other than what you initially talked about, because when you get ready to have that conversation, you need to have your fucking notes and questions and concerns to get all that shit out in the beginning. So while y'all having this conversation about being in an open relationship, to prevent that, what you just spoke on, to prevent that revisit, to go ahead and amend some shit that we talked about. Because then now, I don't know, I could be that nigga, be like, okay, so why you want to kiss motherfuckers now? What the fuck?
I mean, and that's valid. Because if y'all, like you said, you establish these rules, and that's valid. All right. And I'm gonna say no relationship is gonna be perfect, because no matter how perfect people think that their relationships are, it's not.
If it is, there's a problem. What? Because if you nothing is perfect when it comes to that. Like, people that are in relationships, I feel that if you don't have this, and that's my way of also saying not perfect. Meaning you don't agree on every fucking thing. Or you may have a disagreement. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Oh, okay, fine. Be mad. Take a couple minutes and you talking to somebody about an open relationship, Miss Monet?
Right. Where your 2 cents at?
You know, put your 2 cents in.
You said you staying off this one?
She said she's here for the comments.
I'm only here for the comments.
I'm pretty sure she's been in an open relationship.
Have you?
Unwillingly.
Actually, no, I have never been in an open relationship. And people used to always say, if your partner cheating on you, you're in an open relationship. You just don't know it.
That's fucked up. But
yeah. Okay. Well, but no, I have never been in an open relationship, even when I didn't know it. Just clear the air. But I have recently, because of my breakup, I've thought about it.
I mean,
Only reason I said that is because over the years, I've experienced and realized that maybe one person cannot provide everything that I need. Because recently, it was some things that one of the things that I was missing in my relationship was emotional support.
I remember you spoke on that a little bit in one of our other episodes.
Yes. And for me, that was something that I needed. I didn't know I needed it until down the line, as years went by, I was like, something is missing. I'm still not.
Well, it's good that you said that, because I'm glad that you said it. So, not saying that, and I'm not by far not encouraging people to get involved in open relationships, but we do know they exist. I've done it. It's happened. Sometimes it works for some people, sometimes it don't. But you feeling that way with your partner at the time, I don't think you should have to feel that you have to be in an open relationship to get that feeling from someone else that's not even in the relationship with you. You just being able to be around this person, because you get love from your best friends, your friends. You get that stuff, you get that love from us. But I understand the connect. It's a different emotion, connection, and bond.
She needs somebody rubbing on her thighs,
so
caressing her breast.
So your royal oats.
Kissing on her neck, and her friends ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, I ain't doing all that.
Unfortunately,
I ain't rubbing shit. Love you, bestie. Can't help you.
She wants you to play in the figure.
Oh, you got jokes today. You
you
made a funny.
No,
Monique said that. She said that.
Not doing.
But no,
that.
the issue was, if I was visibly emotionally upset. My ex would sit there and look at me like, when most people you comfort,
right.
And a lot of times you don't have to say anything. They just will give you a hug, and it will be like, okay, but they are embracing you to let you know that it's okay without saying that it's okay. And so part of that was, anytime that I would be visibly emotionally distraught about something, whether it be work, family, friends, it was an issue. So I wasn't sure.
Sorry, we just doing.
I know they having some issues.
We trying to make sure that you are heard.
Right.
So we just gonna turn your gains up a little bit.
Oh, how nice.
There we go. Welcome back. That was the liquor. That's all.
You break, you buy.
Put it over.
What were you saying, ma'am?
So that's why I said that, because even in the past, I've had partners who were not able to provide one thing or another. I think there was probably maybe only one my ex-fiance, who passed away.
And that was not an open relationship? And this person never cheated on you? But you had that emotional support from them. So if you were going through something, dealing with something, there was a bond. Versus, like you said with your ex, you dealing with some shit just like death. Like,
And I want to say too, sometimes like in open relationships, it isn't always necessarily about an individual not being able to provide for you on all the levels that you need them to. Sometimes people have this belief that they just shouldn't be tied down to one person, and they want to be free spirits or free bodied, and it might be one person who checks all the boxes for them,
right?
But they just don't feel the need to be tied to one person, and I get that too.
And does that open relationship that allow them, meaning that they can go and do whatever with how many ever people? So again, that would be something you'd have to talk about,
communicate with the person, and I want to say that anybody who's listening, like, do whatever the fuck makes you happy,
right? And
then find that person that's okay, with you being happy, and that agrees with how you see things.
If you're in an open relationship,
but see, that was the issue, because part of that was my happiness was doing shows, but that caused a rift in my relationship. And so if my partner at the time was not comfortable, if I had someone who was comfortable, then that would have took the pressure off him feeling obligated to have to be there to support me in something that he didn't want to do.
But see, that... Go ahead, Dante.
I was just going to say, this is no shade to anybody, but if a person's happiness is being laid out and dissected and attempted murder on their happiness, like, I'm just saying, like,
attempt murder
on a person's happiness. I'm speaking metaphorically.
I get it.
That's a hell of a metaphor.
Right, attempt murder.
I just let
people attempt to murder people's happiness.
So like, it's you're killing me. Yeah.
Right. Or say for instance, if you're dating somebody who likes playing with, I don't know, toys, and so you take those toys and set them bitches on fire, you murdered their happiness.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, that makes sense.
Or you might attack them psychologically. You're a grown ass man, stop playing with toys. It's like you're attempting to murder their happiness.
Yeah, which would go back into saying that they don't like you doing shows or performing with people touching you, stuff like that. Exactly. That's something that makes you happy, even though it's not falling within the grains of an open relationship. It's a relationship you have with your happiness, which is doing shows, right?
Exactly.
And I guess a little bit of openness because people touching you and stuff like that, and
But I'm not going home with those people, and it's a job. I'm not going home with those people. Not at all. I don't even like people for real.
She disappeared a couple times. I don't know where she went to. She's in the DJ booth.
Oh, you made a funny.
But I can see you. Your head was showing.
You made it funny.
And the other person was too, so I knew nothing was going on. Or was it? Because she's laughing.
He be living his own experience.
That's what it is.
Is that what it is? Okay.
That's exactly what it is.
But the other thing you got to worry about too, again, it's a conversation you got to have, is making sure that the person that's in that open relationship that you're doing so with the people, that they're not affecting your relationship on a deeper level. Like, you're not building too big of a bond with this individual separate from your partner, and then it becomes more than what it is, and then you end up like getting distant from the person you're actually with, and then more focus and more attention on the individual that you were dealing with on the outside.
I will say that a true open relationship is not for the faint of heart.
Yes.
Individuals need to develop their intelligence quotient and their emotional quotient. And I say this because it takes a very highly emotional, intelligent individual to be able to be in an open relationship and be able to have that dialogue that's necessary to keep that relationship going
and follow through with it.
And follow through. Exactly. Yeah,
and definitely, because you get people that I feel will. Now you get the ones that are open minded, like you said, and they'll follow those rules. They won't come back and throw things in your face. They won't try to make it seem like you're the bad guy or you're the hoe. You out here doing this and that. Like, wait a minute. Why are you questioning me when we've already had this question 2 years ago and we've been doing this, but yet you guys are not, or we're not communicating about what we're doing in between. Then again, it goes back to the rules. Did you talk about, hey, if we do this with this person, or we're going to report on every person that we link or deal with, or we just do it and making sure that we're being safe with each other, not putting ourselves in any type of health risk or any type of bad situations. You're not going to be building any deep feelings with this person. If it does, you need to cut it off. You know what I'm saying? And kind of move on. And these, again, people that you may not introduce to your partner because it's, you know, you're dealing with the person on the outside. You know, maybe you're traveling. You got a little fuck buddy or some shit. Some of the things have been in a relationship. You know, you do, hey, I did this and had fun or had a great time, blah, blah, blah. That other individual just need to make sure they know their place. And that comes from you checking them, making sure they know their place. So if you do decide to get in a relationship, Naya, you know the things to do and how to look out for yourself. You know, make sure the motherfuckers know what's up.
And check yourself.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. You can't be upset or start to get jealous for shit that you do that your partner is now doing.
Yeah. That's true.
That's happened.
Yeah. We'll just say, do as I say, not as I do. You can't use that rule. You can't expect your partner in your relationship to not be able to do the same shit that you're doing.
Yep.
Naya will probably be that type of person.
No, not at all.
I'm being daggered-eyed. What happened? What did I say?
What did
you didn't have to say anything. Somebody joined and you look like this bitch.
Oh. Let's see you say it out loud. Hey, what's up, Jamal Richardson?
That's what when you're friends with somebody and you've been friends with them for so long, you can read them.
I didn't even realize my own body language, man. But
you're a lie.
I didn't. But when you called it out, I was like, oh, I did do that.
Yeah, exactly.
I start to wonder, being around these two for so long, y'all. And if you can sit at this table, I know you can probably paint your own picture as you're seeing it. But if I'm sitting here and I'm seeing it, and I hear this all the time, I would think that they were in a former open relationship and it didn't quite work out.
Oh my God!
They wanted it to.
This woman just knows me. We've lived together. We're friends.
Yeah, absolutely.
She knows me.
Yeah, she knows you like butter on a biscuit.
First of all, I'm not what he's looking for.
Wasn't or anymore.
Not at all.
So what we gonna do? We gonna dive into the other half.
Yeah.
We're gonna dive into the other half of this when it comes to polyamorous relationships, because these two kind of coincide, but there's a big difference. I want to read something to y'all that some information that I found from Women's Health Magazine or womenshealthmag.org, so y'all can visit the site, get more information where it talks about.
Oh, he prepared today.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is some stuff when we can break it down and discuss each thing.
Oh,
you saw the excitement. We don't have time for all that.
Did you see the excitement in his face?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm always ready, prepared.
So now we got to give him one of them little stands that hold the little paper. Because now he want to be sophisticated.
I can just bring my iPad, but I didn't feel like bringing it on the show. Yeah.
Excuse us.
Print out. And if you guys want copies of this, I can pass it out. And
no, thank you.
So this is information of the 8 best rules for polyamorous relationships according to Women's Health Magazine or womenshealthmag.org. 1, establish how much you want to share with each other. Now, y'all do understand what a polyamorous relationship is, right?
Yes. So that can be more than 2 people in a relationship. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's open. It could just be a relationship between those 3 or more people.
Okay, copy that. All right, cool. It says, even if you're down with sharing lovers, if you are the jealous type, you're not going to want to hear about what your boyfriend or girlfriend ate at dinner with her other girlfriend or boyfriend. For now, I'm just going to say boyfriend because we're mostly talking about guys. No shade to the trans or lesbians or anything like that. Just I'm reading it, so it's my show. This is how we're going to do it. She gave me that look.
That's why somebody's calling you.
That's okay. That's why they got sent to voicemail. So
because I think that's real rude that you excluded all the rest of the people.
Well, I can't sit up and say
this is not MSM.
You can't sit up and say, didn't I just say that there was no shade? And I say because it says
and then he said it's his show, so he gonna say whatever.
Right, that's that part. He could
fuck I want to say.
He could have left that part out.
Right.
That's what I was saying. I know what the fuck he said.
Can we say partner just to be inclusive?
What the fuck ever? Jesus Christ.
You know we have to give you a hard time.
Next time we just bring a bunch of dildos and just have y'all put in your mouth when I read.
Here, will you enjoy that for your OnlyFans?
I'll record that shit too. I had my bestie and friend sucking on dildos while I was reading.
I would like either cherry or vanilla flavor.
You want a flavored dick to put in your mouth?
Thank you.
Watermelon, please.
Says the person that doesn't put dicks in his mouth.
I mean, if it's a lollipop.
It's a fucking.
Got some
I mean,
flavor to
if
it.
you're gonna do it, you gotta do it right.
Okay, so they put pressure on me. So if you're the jealous type, you're not going to want to hear about what your partner ate at dinner with their other partner, or how much your partner had at the wine bar with their third partner in a throuple. That's what they're saying. You might prefer that your partner simply say they're going out when they have a date with someone else and leave it to that. And when it comes to details about you, tell your partner straight up whether you're comfortable with them discussing your intimate moments with someone else. And last but not least of this particular section, for number 1, whether or not you love gushing out about your unique relationship, you don't want to share everything with the outside world. Keep certain things private, preserves the moment that are just for you and your partner. Think trips, dates, movies, etc. It keeps them feeling special and intimate. This is Saz Greer. This is one of the writers for the article. So those are some pretty important things in a polyamorous relationship. It's like, do you want to hear about the details?
See, I'm not the jealous. If I'm in a polyamorous relationship, tell me. I want to know.
I'm interested, and it's not for me. It's not to be jealous.
Exactly.
Because when I was we didn't have a polyamorous relationship, but it was open. But we still talked about, hey, I met up with this person. We hung out, drank. Oh, they were real nice. Me, on the other hand, I don't want to hear about it, especially if y'all did anything. I could care less. It's just not something I care to know. I mean, if the date was good, great. No, did y'all do anything? Now, he would ask me, did y'all have yeah, I mean, we did. How was it? I'm like, really? Really, Cam, do you want me to explain to you?
Well, because his name.
Yeah,
Cam was not ashamed of that stuff.
But the thing, because he wanted to know if it was better than what he was able to provide you.
I don't know. I don't see. That's my insight of that. I would not ask that question because I wouldn't want to know. In my mind, I'm always going to be the number one.
Doesn't make a difference.
Even in his mind, I don't think. And this is just me because we never went into depth talking about stuff like that. He would ask, "Was it fun?" And oh, it was cool, And then I would be honest, it was just horrible, or it was great, but it was never something he took offense to because he would always tell me oh, it was dry, it was boring, it didn't last long. Just it's funny to me. I don't care. I don't want to know. It's I don't want to know. You don't have to tell me. I'm not a jealous type, but at the same time, you keep that information to yourself. But if you want to share it, I'm not going to shut it out. I want you to feel like you can talk to me. Because that's how it was.
So I've never been in an open relationship, and I just find it fascinating. So that's probably my mindset now. I'm not entirely sure how I would feel after being in an open relationship, but my mindset now is just I'm open. I'm just tell me all about it. How did it go? Did he excite you? Oh wow, you hot right now?
So you don't.
Let's go fuck. No,
you don't. So you don't feel anything from that. You don't, like you said, you're not the jealous type. You don't. Yeah, she give you that look. See, and that's the thing that I enjoy, especially between the three of us, because I don't know, I looks at things differently. Because she wouldn't take it the way that we would. It's not a shot at you directly, because that's
whether it's directly or indirectly.
That's like she assumed that
I'm a black, proud trans woman. Okay, so the way that you MSMs see things, that don't bother me.
So when she made the comment,
I don't like to be put in a
category
like that.
Yeah, don't put them in a box.
MSMs, pansexuals,
he's not a cracker jack.
Whatever y'all chose to be on whatever day, the end in Y.
So
that don't bother me.
What I was saying, people like Naya.
Cam, come get your friend.
But no, it's just when you experience those type of relationships, you kind of learn. But then you also know they're not for everybody, because I think each person has their own reason why they don't participate. And that's fine. I'm cool with that. It's not a must for me. It's not we have to be in one or I can't, because I would make that known from the beginning. But even in my last relationship, it was something that was started after we got together. It wasn't something that was talked about in the beginning. But when it comes to the details, even in here, they said you might prefer to simply say that you're going out, and that when you have a date with someone else, and leave it at that. And when it comes to the details about you, tell your partner straight up whether you're comfortable with them discussing your intimate moments with someone else not, which is what I just said. sometimes it's just a comfort level, like, I don't want to talk about it. And then your partner has to be okay with that if you're in the polyamorous relationship, because that, again, like we talked about at the beginning, stuff you talk about. Yeah, well, you go on dates, I want to know every fucking thing about it.
Well, I don't need to know everything, but I mean, if you're comfortable with sharing with me, yeah, I'm for the. Because the way I see it, when you're in a relationship with somebody, that person should be your friend.
Right. Absolutely.
Your friend first.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of young people who fail to include that element into their relationships. Your partner should be your friend.
Yeah, if not your best friend.
But
exactly.
That's because people don't date anymore. They just jump into relationships.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
And that's a big fucking problem. Because, and here's the other sad part before we go on to number 2 is, and I think we discussed this before because it happens so much, motherfuckers are quick to jump on social media and post, I'm in a new relationship. Wait, just let me scroll back. Because just last week, I saw a different picture that says your ass was in a relationship with this person, and you broadcasted the world about who you're with. Like, I'm with this person, I'm doing this. There's a difference between doing something like that, like broadcasting with it, like even with me. Like, we post stuff and we say comments and stuff on each other, but we don't make direct contact with social media to put where we're changing our status. And because social media drives you into doing that. Social media drives you and manipulates you into putting all your yes, it does.
No, it's the person.
It's the person, but you make a post on Facebook, before you do it, what does it say? How are you feeling? What's going on? And we fall into that trap when we post what the fuck is going on, and we're saying what we're doing. We're saying how we're feeling. They have a set about you. Fill out your bio. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Yeah, but then I mean, you have to put
but I'm saying those people that do it. You know what I'm saying? They say, "Oh, relationship status."
Those people they're looking for fucking attention.
Yeah, you put relationship status, and the person will put single, engaged, married. Like, I don't have to do that. I've done it once or twice, but I'm not going to sit up and throw everything into the algorithm to be just sending me shit and posting shit. Or if you have a breakup, social media never know about it. If you found out about it, it's because somebody told you.
Exactly, but the issue is the world has felt the need to say that we need to know exactly what you're doing and who you're doing it with, and so people feel obligated to post their relationships or who they're fucking and who they're attracted to and all this other bullshit. Like, there's no more privacy anymore.
But sometimes you have to create your own privacy.
I'm about to say, because
I mean, that's
like
easy.
I'm not putting all my information.
Yeah.
But that's easier said than done. Like, for years, and this was a big issue because then it was told to me, "Oh, I feel like you're ashamed of me, child. I just don't want everybody in my business," because that gives people the opportunity to comment. I don't give a fuck whether you like him or not. He's not fucking you. You're not in a relationship with him. I am.
Right.
So who I'm dating shouldn't affect you. And the people that should know about it, that's all that should know.
Right.
It's the most important people. If my family that I fuck with know about you, my friends that I fuck with know about you, I don't give a fuck if I introduce you to 20 different motherfucking people. Oh, you didn't know I was in a relationship? Oh, well, this so-and-so. This is who it is. So fucking what? It don't make a difference. Because if my mama know, my daddy know, my brother know, or whoever I'm close to, they know who you are.
And that's a true sign, a true deep sign of insecurities.
Well, then that's what I can't deal with. Yeah. I think that's why I'm single now.
I think with a situation like that develops insecurities because, we talked about it before. Like, I've never been big on having a broadcast relationship.
You shouldn't have to.
If I do it, it's because I'm just doing it. I'm making a post.
Yeah, you can make a post,
share that, but I'm not divulging every single fucking detail about what's going on. Like, there are people that track their life every day on social media about what them and their part every single day. Now, you got special moments. Birthdays, Valentine's Day, sure, spread the joy, love. Anniversaries, or if you're commenting under your partner's page or something, that's completely different. But you got some people that are like, and it's annoying as fuck to me because I like you will see them mark about being in a relationship, and then 3 days later, the fucking status change.
the indirect.
And I want to say, sir, let me tell you something, because as close as I was to you, I I want to commend you on the ability to keep your shit in line, because
for years you didn't know you was in a relationship.
I knew that he was in a relationship at some point eventually. I knew he was in a relationship, but one thing I didn't even know until after the last relationship had ended that it was an open relationship. I did not know. I said, oh. You know, and I'm like, I'm around this man at least 2-3 times a week. I was around your partner. Like, I'm just like, I just did not know. I'm like, and I think they kept their shit.
Yeah. First of all, you should know he's a very private person. He hates for people to know his business. Like, it really, one of the things that he disliked is for people to know his business that he don't really fuck with. So he's very private. Yeah. And out of 12 years, I've learned that he's very private. You have to really be close to him or close to someone who knows him. If you don't, you won't even know where he stay at. Literally for 6 months, I did not meet Cam. And I knew he was in a relationship, but I did not. And only reason why I met Cam is because at the time, he had gave his car back and then he moved back to Chicago. And he needed me to take them somewhere. And I had to go to High Park to pick them up. So they stayed in this expensive ass building.
You know what's crazy is because Kim had been coming to the club. And I was like, you know, I'm operations manager at the time. Right. So I was just like, who the hell is this guy? Who does he think he keep walking in and out of there? Somebody stop this man. He got to pay. And somebody had to walk up to, I think that's Rock's partner. Huh?
I ain't like, wait a minute, what's going on?
Rock got a partner?
He always kept one on the low. A lot of people didn't know that he was in a relationship unless you see them out.
And it's never a thing of like
this last relationship, the world knows.
Well, yeah, but see, and the thing about even with Naya, I think she was the first person that I told when when me and Kim had separated. She was the first person to know.
But he didn't even want to tell me.
I didn't. I wasn't.
He was like, I didn't want to make a big deal about it, and I know I wanted people to kind of form their own opinion of him, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna stop being friends with him,
right? Because that's one thing that I don't want to do, because that's always going to be my best friend, and which will be another topic that we're going to have a show about when it comes to dealing with exes and friendships and stuff. But I want people that I know or knew that were close to me, like, when you're not with someone doesn't mean you have to treat them differently. It's just a status change. Your title with that person's changed.
That's it.
But that person will always and forever will be a friend. You can't just stop loving a person and move past just because y'all are together. The reason that y'all are not together is that between y'all two. So, moving forward, fast forward into my new relationship, which was about a year later, damn near close to the same time that the last one ended. But I gave myself that time. You know what I'm saying? And even within this relationship, no open relationship. You know what I'm saying? That's just not something that I'm wanting to do. And it wasn't because it was a bad idea. It's just that's something I knew I didn't want to do in my new relationship. I'm sorry, before I read the second one, you was going to say something?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm just still shocked how you managed to pull that one off. And I love him to death. He is a very complicated individual. He is. We have our differences, but yeah, that's different for you.
A non-open relationship? I've only been in one.
I know.
Open relationship. Because a Christian, that was an open relationship. It wasn't. Okay. I promise you it wasn't. I mean, we've done things, but it wasn't like, it was always work related.
Oh, see.
Yeah, see.
But see, how does that work though?
What do you mean? With the whole porn thing?
With work and not being in an open relationship, but this is your job.
Yeah. But
your job is to fuck other people.
As Dante clearly put, it takes a very thick-skinned, open-minded individual that can comprehend the difference. because
between
an open relationship,
love and sex.
Because there's nothing. There's the only bond that you have with an individual that you're performing with is working with them. Yeah, sex is intimate. There has to be some type of emotion, but you have to be smart and you have to know how to.
There's no feelings in it.
You have to know how to detach that and make that what it is. And real people. And I ain't talking about people that get out here and get into fights and get upset because a person created content with another motherfucker and they feel some kind of way. To me personally, I think that's because a lot of people are getting in their feelings because they get upset about one person created content or film with them and didn't want to film with this person. Then they're going back and forth with each other on X and degrading each other. Then you find out they're fighting in the street. Y'all must really be in love.
Cool. To
fight this motherfucker or feeling really some kind of way. Because I could give two fucks if a person don't want to fuck with me. You don't want to do a scene back in the day. I mean, doing scenes. You don't want to do a scene with me. That's fine. I'm not pressed for it because I'm going to get one done anyway, regardless. You know what I'm saying? With one for one that won't, one will. For every one that will not, there are three that will, and it goes on. And 3 for me.
You're absolutely right.
And let me tell you something. I got something to say because I just thought about something.
Go ahead.
Because I was in
Go ahead, Big Dick Willie.
I was in a relationship with an adult entertainer, right? Let me tell you something. But
wait, is that who I think it is? Oh shit!
But this not about him. This not about him. This is actually about friends. Let me tell you something. For the friends, okay, you motherfuckers in the peanut gallery.
Oh, okay? In the back.
If you have a friend,
this is for you people in the back. So listen up.
Okay, if you have a friend, okay, that's dating someone who is in the adult entertainment industry, okay, I understand that y'all trying to be friends, but hear me out. Just shut the fuck up. Because listen, I cannot tell you, I cannot even count on both hands how many times somebody has come to me about a scene that they seen on Twitter or
that they did.
And I'm just like, okay, no shit. I don't want to see that shit.
So they throwing it in your face about the fact that
it's like, I know he does porn. I know. Obviously. But I consciously make an effort to not see it. Not that I had a problem with seeing it because I've seen it.
Right.
You know, it's been times where he's looking at scenes in front of me and I'm, okay, look at you. I throw that shit back. Okay.
Do your
all
thing.
Right.
Do your little thug.
But the thing is that I feel like friends will come to me in malicious intent,
right.
which is why I have a grievance now. It's because they were coming to me in malicious intent. So that's why I'm saying, anybody else, if you got a friend who's dating somebody who's in the adult entertainment industry, just shut the fuck up and mind your motherfucking business. Go bust your nut, because that's what you low key was doing when you saw the video. Bust your motherfucking nut and just let it the fuck go.
Oh, I know who that is. Hold on. That's such and such.
I wonder if he's seen this.
Let me finish this and wash my hands when I'm done. Hey, I just saw us. Did you know he do?
You good, because I don't think the motherfuckers washed their hands before they got the phone and started dialing numbers.
Started texting. But again, like you said, when people if people could mind their business.
Good luck.
And yeah, we know her.
The world that we live in.
She looks at things instead of say, "Oh, well, that's just not going to happen that way."
Y'all asking for too much.
We get it. So when people do that, tune her ass out.
You can always turn it off.
I ain't gonna touch it down today. I do like how you can adjust that when she starts talking.
You see how he got it facing him, right? I'm gonna call that since he said about me with the laptop.
The controls.
But you know what? You start turning it around for him to see. I think you did that because so he can keep track of time.
But we just get to talking. We don't even be looking at the time.
I gotta go to work tonight.
Yeah, we definitely gonna make sure she's good. But I did want to point back on that. We're just touching back to what Nia said. It's like in my current relationship, he knows that's what I do and fully supportive of it. But even then, when I have plans on doing things, whether it be, which I'm not gonna return to the scene of the industry no time soon, but if I wanted to, or if I have plans on creating some OnlyFans content. It's like, hey, I'm going to do this. Are you okay with it? And I'm the type of person, like, if you say no, that is fine. I'm not going to be,
because you're still going to do it.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Really?
Absolutely not. No, if my partner sits up and says that he is not okay with me creating any OnlyFans content, I'm not going to do it. That's just how that works. You know what I'm saying?
The super puff.
But being that he's not that type of individual, he knows and aware of what I do. It's always the boundaries and the respect that a person has. As long as the person is aware of this and they don't, they're not being disrespectful to the relationship. Because even then, believe it or not, and I know y'all have never been in that position, there are respectful people, performers out here that respect, you sit up and say to your relationship, okay, no kissing. If I sit and say, hey, no doing this, no doing that, I'm not doing this, and you're not doing that, they're like, okay, cool. Because there's some way, shape, or form, they're getting enjoyment. One, being able to put any part of my body in their mouth or their inside of them is going to be fine. They're cool with that. So there's no hate in that. Moving on to the next section.
Her face.
Moving on to the next section, because there are 8 of things and we only did 1.
That means you might want to read a little fast.
Yeah, I mean, we got time. I'm seeing it now, so he turned it to me. So I have the power.
She said she ready to go. She got to go get ready.
She ain't gonna start getting ready.
You got to put on her
7 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 6 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 5:10 here in Chicago. Weather outside is
beautiful,
a crisp
sunny day.
56 degrees.
53.
Went down a few, and tomorrow we're looking
Actually
at
57.
Thank you very much. Correction.
That cheap ass watch you got on.
First of all, baby,
It's
this
an
is
Apple
not
Watch.
cheap, okay? And this ain't just any old Apple Watch.
Which one is that?
Oh, this is the latest.
Is that the
model.
Ultra?
It's not the Ultra.
Okay, well then
I'm
that
an
cheap
Ultra.
ass watch.
Because I got the Ultra.
This hold on, baby. This one cheap. This was an $800 watch. So how many
that
people?
you still paying on?
Oh no,
Whoa.
this is paid off, baby.
Oh, you
want to
paid
see
that
the
off?
receipts? Yes, you want to see the
Wait,
receipt?
You know I
Hold on.
love me a good
Hold
receipt.
on. The fact that she said that you're still paying on it is bothersome to me.
I paid cash.
I'm gonna
Cash money.
go on to number
Ooh.
2.
I'm not one of them.
Reading number 2, 8 best rules for a polyamorous relationship. It's straight from Women's Health magazine, of course.
Thank you.
It's for all of us. 2, make time for just the two of you. Speaking of those special and intimate one-on-one moments, if you're in a polyamorous relationship where one party is your main person, be clear about the meanings you will share with each other in terms of activities or things that are meaningful to both of you. And keep it that way. Let's say you and your most significant other always go to the same restaurant on your anniversary. Tell them you like to preserve that and place partners on relationships. Keeping a respectful distance is a good option too, but you do well to focus on your own relationship and its success. So, in other words, I'm sorry, scratch that last part. I'm gonna read it because that was something on the other side. I'm gonna read that part over. Let's say you and your most significant other always go to the same restaurant on your anniversary. Tell them you like to reserve a place and the tradition for the two of you instead of bringing another partner there, as that would make it mean less to you. And then they said in parentheses, you have every right to make some territorial claims as long as you approach them in a mature, non-confrontational manner.
I don't like this. Who wrote that?
Greer.
Greer.
Yeah, Greer.
Fuck Greer. Listen.
What are your thoughts on that, Dante?
First of all, I didn't like that they said your most significant other. If you're in a polyamorous relationship, there's not gonna okay, so all polyamorous relationships is not going to be the same. So you're not going to have the most significant other. Sometimes there's going to be an equal amount of significance in.
I think it should be.
Yeah, I think it should be too, because even if it started off with 2 people and then they open it up for a third, like, have the conversation, right? You like the communication. I guess if y'all going to have it where there's one partner that's the most significant and then the other is just there for, I don't know what the fuck ever, but but that's y'all terms. But that's not always going to be the case. Sometimes everybody's going to have an equal amount of significance in their relationship, and I don't like that how they're speaking on polyamorous relationships as if it was two people, which is this is how it's sounding. There was two people. They opened it up for third, and this third is just a plaything,
right?
Because that's what it sounded like.
It does. But we also have to think too that, and again, this is not trying to be like racist or discriminative about it. We know that when it comes to different ethnicities, the way they approach such type relationship is going to be different. Us as blacks, African Americans, or from some sort of African American descent, we're going to look at relationships, especially a polyamorous relationship, differently than maybe a white couple or a white throuple, or how they look and do things. That's even like in the gay community. You know what I'm saying? Blacks and whites behave differently, especially what I've seen in the gay community.
Well,
clearly, even in the industry.
Well, nowadays, I think there's a lot of appropriation going on a lot of different sides, right?
Like what? I mean, you make the statement. What you mean, huh?
Define.
I need facts.
You got your buckle bunnies out here.
What the fuck?
That's what I was gonna ask.
What the fuck is a buckle bunny?
Listen, okay, I was listening. Okay, y'all know since Beyonce came out with her country music, they've been shedding light on other black country music stars, and so there's this one artist whose name is Tanner Adele. She got a song out called Buckle Bunny. So I love that. I love it too. And ever since I heard it,
love it because I don't know what the fuck a buckle bunny is.
I don't know either, but that's what I'm calling white twinks. Anyway. Especially the country ones.
Oh my God.
I'm calling them buckle bunnies.
You are crazy.
But there's you have other individuals who grew up in certain neighborhoods that are not necessary. Okay, let me be a little bit more clear. You have people who are not black who grew up in predominantly black neighborhoods who feel as though, or not feel as though, but they act a certain way that they think is the way for them to act, to fit into their environment. And so there's that. And then you have individuals who are black who may have grew up in, I don't know, Beverly Hills or somewhere, who talks like this and, hey buddy, how are you? And so
hey buddy.
Right? So, so I'm saying is that I don't think that the dynamics of a relationship is going to change based on race. I would say that it would change based on your environment that you grew up in.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's say that again.
I don't think that the dynamics of a relationship is going to change because of your ethnic background. It's going to be because of the environment in which you grew up in. So say for instance, even if you lived in the hood, but you grew up with both parents in the household, you're going to have a different dynamic towards relationships than an individual who grew up in a single parent house.
Possibly.
Whether you're white or black.
Possibly. But then, I mean, not to deep dive off into the deep end, you don't see a bunch of black kids shooting up high schools either. That's why I say that, we
talking about relationships.
I'm saying maybe it's a bad comparison, maybe it's not, but I'm just trying to say in some cases that could be the case, to where it may not play a main role in it, but it, like you said, it could have a little bit from each. Your upbringing, your ethnical background, because sometimes those backgrounds and upbringing, like with tribes, it's a standard of how you do things, or you weren't raised this way. Our family don't do things like that. You have things that you do in a family, like traditionally, you have Sunday dinner every Sunday. When there's you have a family reunion. Well, you don't do family reunions. I can't think of the last time we ever did one of our family. But there are some that I know. Have y'all done it before? I'm gonna say I know not, and they've done it. You know what I'm saying? I've heard about them like, y'all actually do a fucking family reunion. You can get all these motherfuckers together to sit around and talk. Yeah, enjoy that.
It's a struggle. But before you read that, I just want you say you never heard it before.
What, Buckle Bunny?
We do not own them, right?
Oh yeah, we definitely don't own the rights to that. Can't have Instagram cut my show short. But yeah, I don't deal with.
That's Buckle Bunny.
I don't fucking Buckle Bunny.
Shout out Tanner Adele.
Yeah, who's the artist?
Tanner Adele.
Yeah, shout out to Tanner Adele. Appreciate that little 20-second excerpt. You know, we do not own the copyrights. Jamal Richardson said, but also mental health is a major reason behind school shootings. So, oh yeah, absolutely. But I don't want to blame mental health for everything, which we will have a topic discussing mental health, because a lot of times people try to use that as a scapegoat to excuse the actions of a lot of people that do things. And I don't think that's fully the case. A lot of people may, I think have serious hate and discrimination and racism in their heart. That's not a mental issue. That's just your belief and how you feel about another race. And your intent to cause harm or kill those people, that's what you intended to do. I'm not giving you the full excuse to say, oh, mental health was a problem. No, you don't get off with that. But thanks.
Yeah, because your ass could have opened up that damn PS5 and got on Grand Theft Auto or Call of Duty.
Yeah, and express yourself that way.
Fortnite.
You ain't hurting no fucking body doing that.
What Kendall Berry said, that's not an excuse. I hate when they doing that. I've been doing that a lot lately.
Yeah, they definitely do that. I mean, I hate it, even as much as I watch like a lot of news. It's not that they try to say excuse because other people are saying that that's what it is. But yeah, we're definitely gonna make it one of our topics. I'm gonna go with the next one. I'm gonna read the next two, and then we'll follow up on that one. This is number 3. Set boundaries. If you and say your fiance are dating another couple when you're not together as a quad, respect the times your fiance has set aside to be with your girlfriends or partners, and make sure he or she does the same for you. You might even want to reserve certain nights for dates made up a variation of your relationship. Dinner is a quad, Sunday through Wednesday. Thursdays for you and your fiance and your partner. Fridays for you and your fiance, and so on and so on. That you know not to blow up your fiance's phone during the night he or she's spending time with someone else. This will encourage them and the rest of your groups to show you the same courtesy. So remember that. Dante's face is priceless. Number 4, respect your partner's partners. Advertisement. All relationships call for balance, but one involving multiple people do even more so, says the author of this article. One way to keep yours on solid ground: respect your partner's choice in other partners. If you go down the mean person route, your negativity might drive your partner away, or it might convince them that you are not cut out for the relationship you agreed to, one where you're not your partner's focus at all times. So let me be clear. That doesn't mean you have to be a cheerleader for your partners or other relationships. Keeping a respectful distance is a good option too, but you do well to focus on your own relationship and its success. Come on, Dante.
First of all,
they
said quads. I said, what the hell?
Yeah, that's a lot of shit.
First of all, okay, understand poly.
I was gonna say you just said what poly was.
Yeah, poly. It doesn't necessarily, but it's just for me. I was just like, oh, for a person, that's a lot of opinions. The 3 of us, we can have a quarrel. But 4 motherfuckers, that's too many. That's too many thought processes.
So would you ever see yourself doing something like that?
Not a quad, no.
No. What would be your limit?
3.
Really?
It can only be 3 of us.
You go through some really mental breakdowns dealing with fucking 4 and 5 people.
A 4th motherfucker come in the picture. You can have it. I'm out.
Oh my God!
This is no longer poly. This is just fucked up right now.
It's too many motherfuckers in the room. Too many chiefs. Not enough Indians. Goddamn it!
You want to fuck around? We can go ahead and do that. Get it over with. I'll see you later.
I can't even do that.
You can't handle that.
3 other people. Yeah. Shit.
Oh man.
He can barely handle 1.
Who?
2 is pushing it.
And then let somebody come put their dick in his face.
Oh my God! You got an issue.
Listen, we gonna be tag me in. Hello, somebody, come on. I'm gonna be reaching back, baby. Come on, tag in. It's a tag team tournament match. God damn it! This is WWE. Come on,
be too much for you.
Tag in. God damn it! I'm tapping out. It's too many people.
Well, Kendall Berry said, I will not do that. I'm sorry. I'm a one guy kind of guy.
Understandable. I mean, there are a lot of people out there that cannot do open relationships or poly relationships. I got to actually.
Or what is the fourth?
A quad.
A quad.
A quad.
Quad.
Because see, that's three other individuals who y'all got the. So, okay, I got my set of boundaries. Then this person got their set of boundaries. This person got their set of boundaries, and then this fourth motherfucker got their set of boundaries.
But I think what they were going with that is that because you're starting that, you're creating, like you're the creator, right? You set the tone and the boundaries for that, and then everybody else has to kind of like, okay, you're coming into it with me, so these are my rules.
But see, remember, my belief is that if there's four individuals at the table, then all four have equal say. So I'm just saying, if you're in a quad relationship,
You gonna split the bills 4 ways?
the person that makes the most money pays the bill.
Oh, you're one of those. Oh, okay.
Baby, especially the fourth one. Shit, how much you make, baby? Come on, we need to put our money together. You make more than all of us? Go ahead, you got it, baby. You are the most significant in this relationship.
Oh my God.
You going to hell.
Directly. Number 5 and 6. Keep your expectations realistic. Of course, let me see. Of course, Grid doesn't assume you can. This is talking about you because you asked who the author was. It's of course, Grid doesn't think or assume you can see into the future, predict breakups. But since multiple personalities, temperaments, and preferences are involved in your polyamorous relationship, your best bet is to remember that you and your partners might not live happily ever after, just like people in a monogamous relationship might not. Being open to the idea of rapid change will soften the blow, and if and when things suddenly shift, perhaps your partner randomly decides they like to be monogamous with their partner and breaks up with you, or realize you're no longer feeling your current partners. No shame, but best to protect your heart by keeping an open dialogue with it. Number 6 says maintain constant and open communication. Because of how quickly the setup of a relationship can change, it's especially important for you and your partners to let each other know the moment you're not into the relationship anymore. When you're no longer happy being with them, or when you're thinking of starting a relationship with someone new, if that's something you've decided to share, per rule number 1. If you don't, you might feel trapped in an unhappy or an unhealthy relationship, Naya, and that's never a good thing. Even if you're happy with the one person in your poly relationship, but not another, that still counts as an unhappy relationship, by the way.
Let me see this bullshit you just read.
Right, because
That's straight bullshit.
shit definitely ain't gonna work
Let me see this
out.
bullshit.
Yeah, well, we still got number 7 on the page.
But I want to go back and read that bullshit you just...
Go ahead. No.
Can you imagine 4 motherfuckers in the bed at night?
First of all, I can't... First, we had an issue with 4 people staying in one house. So
Exactly, 4 motherfuckers in the bed. You know how, baby, listen.
That's complex as hell.
I get hot at night. You got to get, first of all, it be one person. Can you give me some room?
oh, I don't mind going to sleep on the couch.
That's because that's where the fuck I'll be at. Because I'm hot.
Get it, boo. But like, again.
But I always said that my next relationship, we got to have separate rooms.
Really?
Oh,
you
yeah.
gonna do the
I tried
the
that
Lucy and Ricky thing?
No. I'm just saying.
Oh, just having another room.
No, I need my own room. You need your own room.
So you wouldn't sleep in the same room, same bed with them?
And then we need a room where we share together.
I'm with you on that.
Only because I need my. A lot of times I don't want to be bothered. I just really want to lay in the bed and want to watch cartoons.
You need to be single. What you want to say? No, I'm just
I was agreeing with her.
No.
I guess
but you know, I figured even with that, that's why when you have multiple rooms, you know, you need that time. You go into your TV room, or you go into the living room, or wherever you may have that TV, or a second bedroom.
That has always been the issue, because you have some people who can only function
around the other person,
right, knowing that their partner is literally right there.
Yeah, there are people like that.
And see, I have times where I like to sleep alone. I don't. I get my best sleep is when I'm sleeping alone, because when you moving and shit in the middle of the night, or I don't know. Like I said, I don't like to be hot, so I'm not gonna have the heat up.
Turn on AC.
I won't turn on AC, especially during like now. Get a little chilly at night, and I know well.
I said that will be an issue for me because I've got to go in the other room. Don't you turn the motherfucking AC on?
But see, I don't like sleeping alone.
See, that's the issue.
I can't do that. Now, before, it's not an issue because
that is the issue.
It's not an issue. It's an issue for you, but it's not an issue for me.
I don't mind sleeping alone.
But see, I can sleep alone, but I prefer not to. No, I chose. I prefer not to. There's a difference.
Here you go with this shit.
So when you, and this has to be with someone they actually want to be around, not someone that you don't want to be around. So just so I clarify that.
Well, let's get into it.
Yeah, let's get into it because you clearly didn't want to be around the person that you.
That's not true. So don't sit there and start that bullshit.
So when you get used to being around a person, let's say for like 3 to 6 years, right? You become used to or adapted to that natural. It becomes natural, like being next to somebody. And then for me, the first time I experienced it was after losing a partner, and passing away. It's just like, oh shit, that was suddenly taken away from me. So I have that empty space. Mm-hmm. And even dealing with insomnia became even worse. But as moving forward, and I started a relationship, I noticed that being and sharing a bed with somebody, even if it wasn't somebody's relationship, but that whole having a warm body that you're next to, that you're either building something with or that you may be attracted to that person, even if you weren't in a relationship, I like to cuddle. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I sleep better.
Get a little spoon.
Yeah, not me getting spoon, but a little spoon to the other person. But
everything he just cannot.
Sexual innuendos.
It's okay if you're the little spoon, right?
No, I'm good.
You could be the little spoon. It's okay.
No, I'm good.
Have you had some trauma in your life that prevents you from being submissive?
I'm submissive.
Does little spoon make you submissive?
When I lay down and let you ride me, that's being submissive.
I feel
that's the most that you'll get.
But I feel like sometimes even a big strong man needs to be coddled sometimes. I've
been coddled, but it feels weird as fuck to me.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, it's weird.
I mean, I understand,
but that's why I asked about the trauma. Maybe
it feels a little demasculating.
See, that's why I asked that question.
I wouldn't even say so much trauma, but it just it feels.
And see, this is why I like to get away from.
Does it do the same thing to you?
Gender. It does feel weird, but I've done it.
Yeah, I've done it.
Wait, here, hold on. Don't turn away. Don't cut me off.
He said, "Look at me when I'm talking to you."
Cool. You answered the question already.
Listen, no, it does, but I've done it. I've done it.
There's nothing wrong with it,
and
it's just for me.
But sometimes, like I said, I'm the type of person where I feel like I'm always like the strong one. Like right. Even like when my great grandmother passed away, like I was the one. It took me to play. I forgot the what's this? Mama. Yeah. So I'm so glad y'all done let me finish singing that. Yeah, of course. But that's Boys and Men. That's who. Yeah. So it took me playing. I was on the way to the airport to pick up my cousin from the airport, and I had to pull over because that song was playing on the radio, and it had just sparked so much of an emotional stir in me. Mm-hmm. I had to pull over but during that whole ordeal with I was in the hospital. I had to help turn her body. I was there. I was on the planning committee for, getting her obituary together and getting all these services together. And I had not shed a tear. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't until that moment that I broke down. So I'm always been like that strong type, like right. In the situation. So
yes, that's what good. That's exactly how I am.
Right. But in some moments,
how we friends?
In some you a strong black woman. What you mean?
Yeah.
But I've never seen you cry.
Oh.
Well, that doesn't mean she's not strong when she cries. Because I've been there, done that, and seen it. But and even then, the strongest person sheds a tear.
And you're a very dominant woman too.
Right,
why would you say that?
And that's probably why she looks and she perceives herself and say, "Oh, well, maybe there's trauma. Is this trauma? Why you don't like to get spooned? Is that what it is?" I'm like, "What? No, it's no trauma. I haven't been through shit to make me not want to get spooned. Dante explained it very well.
Right, it demasculates both of you.
It feels very
I never said that.
I said that. He didn't say it. He
I don't feel it.
He agreed.
He said it differently.
No,
he agreed. Yes,
I don't agree. No, I said it felt weird.
For me,
Same goddamn thing.
It's not the same. I don't
it's
feel
not, because
demasculinized.
for me, it feels demasculinized because that's not what I'm into. Like if my dude wants to cuddle me, I'll probably sit there and tolerate it for a couple minutes. And I'm like, okay, that's enough. You can turn around. We can switch this up because I'm good. You know, or now what I don't mind, if I'm laying on my back, you can cuddle up to me. That's fine. But the back thing, no. It could be a mental thing. It's just,
it's something that's a cord.
I'm okay with it
connected.
because I want you to know that if I wake up and I feel something going up my motherfucking dookie hole, we gonna have to.
And see, that's the problem.
I'm gonna fight you.
That's
fight.
not always the case.
We're not gonna worry.
That's
about
what I'm
that.
saying.
We're not gonna worry about it happening because I don't even want to talk about what is that?
We fighting.
Are you what the? You hard? Fuck that. Nope.
I'm okay with them being hard.
Nope.
Just don't try to stick it in me because if you do, we fight.
You can be hard, but if they're sitting up spooning you and hunching on you,
You can do that. Just don't put nothing in me.
you ain't hunching on me. Get the fuck out of here. The fuck?
Y'all making my
It is
stomach hurt.
not okay. Get you a pillow. You better hold that motherfucker and hunch it. Number 7. make the most of me time.
You can hunch on me.
He about to read the wrong fucking paper.
You forgot to play.
You the discombobulated. He was about to read the wrong paper. Instagram. You didn't catch it.
Like,
but baby, I'm here to tell you. This man just got flustered.
Like, where am I at? Come on, you can hunch on me. What the hell? You got some secrets you want to talk about?
I'm okay.
So you never had your booty eaten?
Yeah.
Willingly, multiple times. You wanted it. You set up and said, "Oh, I want you to eat my ass."
No.
Oh, they asked you.
Yeah.
And then you're like, "Okay."
Yeah.
Okay, I did that once.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did that once, and after, well, no, because I did it on film. It happened on film. That was uncomfortable then, and then in a relationship, it's just like, like, can I just, yeah, sure, go ahead, knock yourself out. If it makes you happy, go.
It's
for
not
it.
like.
But then again, at the same time, you want the person to be able to. The whole goal is to make sure that people enjoy themselves. If you see, or if they see that they're not satisfying you, or you're not enjoying it, that's not going to want to make a person keep on going. Because I'm going to be honest and real with you. Like, first, I know what happens. Dick's not only is it not staying where it's at, it's actually shrinking.
I didn't know this was possible.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, where the fuck is it going? Where my dick at?
Something's wrong with y'all.
You get a trans that's trying to have the surgery and you don't like getting your ass eat, have me eat your ass. I'll just make the shit go right on in.
Damn.
You won't have to spend all that money.
Well, now hold on, because some people get turned on by getting their ass ate.
I don't. That's just the point I'm trying to make. There does nothing.
We get it. You are at the top. You like to do every fucking thing. We got it.
Yeah. I'll suck the dick. I'll eat their ass. I'll do that. Because you got some topics to say they don't do that.
And just for
the record,
yeah, not all trans women are.
I know that
bottoms.
I'm aware of that. X has made that perfectly clear. The things I've seen.
That's where you get all your education.
I mean, that's I learned.
Shout out
I learned a lot.
Who you saw? Who you looking at? Shout them out.
A shout out to the account. I mean, I'd have to actually go to my ex.
Oh.
I'm like, when I start my trans site, I'm gonna have to definitely have them on there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So all you ladies,
pop your pussy like that.
There's a song out before you read number 7. I just feel like it's the most degrading song ever.
Which one is that?
I don't know if it's by a trans woman or not. Titties at the top and dick at the bottom.
who is that?
I just think that is so.
They played that in the club?
Yes. I don't know if it's supposed to be.
I think I heard that. And
it's horrible.
Was that an escape?
No, it did. They did play it there, but my son actually too played it yesterday, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Well, just send it to us.
Oh, I am. I'm finna find it.
Definitely. Real quick, I'm gonna read number
7 and 8.
7 and 8 together. And then we'll go into some more discussion, and then we'll probably get ready to wrap things up. So 7 reads, learning how to be alone is just as important as making time to spend with your partners. Yes. When your partner is off with their partner, you'll have to find ways to feel fulfilled when you're left on your own. And I don't mean by wasting time in your head wondering what your partner is doing. Instead, use these moments to catch up with friends, clean out the hallway closet you've been avoiding for months, take yourself out to dinner, go to Flywheel, or sign up for an art class. Number 8 says, consider your motivations and your partners. Keep in mind that polyamory only works when everyone is on board with it, which we talked about. So if your formerly only partner expresses interest in a 3 or 4-way relationship because they're feeling suffocated by monogamy, or they think it will enhance your sex life, for example, don't just give them the green light because you don't want to lose them. You should only move forward with your polyamorous relationship if you're truly open and willing to give it a try for you. However, if you're totally against it, the idea of non-monogamy, agreeing to the letting others into your relationship in an effort to keep your partner around, becomes a recipe for a disastrous breakup. If you're a traditionalist and you just can't fathom being happy when your partner is happy with someone else too, you might want to put down this rule book entirely and go back to the type of romance that makes you feel loved, supported, and appreciated. In the end, a quality of relationship matters way more than the quantity of it. And again, that was from Women's Health, and it could be speaking just dealing with,
I love that. I love that first part. I love that first part.
Make it clear he loves the first part.
Listen, because whether you in a relationship, whether you're single, whether you're dating, whether you're in a polyamorous relationship, listen, you have got to be happy alone
first
before you can be happy with anybody else.
Yeah.
Oh my, I love that first part because a lot of people do not understand that. And I get questioned a lot like why do you like being alone so much? You just be at home to yourself. Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Now I become preaching to you about that. You talking about her?
No, she just be wondering why we like to be in the house in general.
Yeah. She does. Yeah,
not necessarily.
She gets on us the fact that we're in the house all the time.
Yeah,
like y'all don't do nothing.
Cause y'all 2 old ass men that like to stay in the house and fucking play video games and watch false news.
Hold on, cause I think that most of the followers are gamers.
So careful, we don't want you getting canceled.
That's fine. I'm not worried about. But I'm just saying that at the end of the day, y'all act older than what y'all are.
But this is not the case because you can even act.
Even though you're at senior citizen status.
Oh wow.
Go ahead.
You can.
I'll
ask
come for her
Rock.
after this.
Okay. Because you can ask Rock. Because you can check this. You can check your friend's profile and it can tell you when they was last online. I actually don't be on my system.
I know
like
you watch
that.
Fox News.
No, I don't watch no. Who?
Fox.
False or Fox?
You watch Fox News?
I said false.
False. Oh.
No.
You're both.
I do a lot of things. Like a lot of times I'm taking classes or
she's furthering her education.
You're preoccupied mentally and educationally.
He, him,
child.
But yeah, no. A lot of times I'm just taking time out for myself or
right. You
or
like
watching
quiet
TV.
time, right?
Yeah, and let me tell you something. Okay.
I'm cool.
I have discovered me.
Amen.
And a lot of other individuals don't know who they are because they're not taking time to figure out who they are.
Yeah.
All right. And spending time alone will allow you this opportunity to figure out who you are.
Been there and done that.
But see, and not spending time alone, tripping off shit or drama that you're dealing with in a relationship, but spending time on focusing on self or things that you can do to better yourself. Because for me, what pushed me even more so, not into like a hibernation thing, but being to myself and enjoying that time when I can. I was a cop for 10 years. I was always dealing with people, and then being exposed to the type of people that are out there can fuck with you mentally, because the things that you see that people are actually capable of And when you think about like, I didn't think people came with this, and you see it, but like, oh my God, you killed this dude for what? And then you're looking at the dead body, or you're dealing with a case to where, you know, a child was molested, and you sit in front of you is the suspect, and you're having to interview him and ask him these deep and personal questions and have to hear the responses. And some of them are so honest, they don't give a fuck what you think or how you feel about the responses. So out of those years of dealing with public and interacting with the public, and then even then in the industry and going to like parties and doing events, it's just like, I'm dealing with people because I have to. But when I am away from that and I'm in my fortress of solitude, I'm going to be in that space, especially if I can be by myself. Even if I'm in a space of friends or my partner, then I'm cool with that. So if somebody simply say, oh, you should go out, I'm okay. I'm good. I don't need to go nowhere.
Could y'all imagine 4 motherfuckers needing to get in the tub at one time? I'm sorry, that shit just flashed back.
He is still on it. Now he's triggered. He gonna go home thinking about this shit. He's gonna.
You need to seek some counseling.
Yeah, you were triggered by the choir thing. It seems like that's still something.
I think I was triggered. I
need to seek some counseling.
I hope you don't really consider doing that now, right?
Hell no.
Because that was just an article. It's not even something that people follow. It's just Women's Health Mag. Apparently, some woman was dealing with some shit, and she wrote Greer and asked her opinion, and Greer felt it was necessary to what she felt the 8 steps in dealing with a poly relationship is.
You know what's crazy? I don't think I've ever thought about it, and
I would never. 5 people.
Now you have it's
even 4.
No, I'm saying, well, even then, anything more than that, I couldn't do that.
It's you plus 3 other people. Where do you get 5 from?
I'm saying because we were talking about before, I said 4 and 5. Apparently, you're not in the show because you weren't listening earlier.
No, I was, but I'm just saying, stop adding more numbers.
Well, I'm just saying, even 5 people.
You're gonna trigger him.
I'm already triggered.
He's already triggered. I'm saying I'm gonna add. It's just like doing six tuplets.
Now he
you do
said,
6 people.
Oh my God,
that's like an orgy at that point. You can just kind of let that slide.
Can you call the ambulance?
Are you hyperventilating?
I'm hyperventilating.
But what
Rock kidney mouth to mouth.
What would really be interesting is seeing this one involved in.
Why you got
like
your
that.
Flippers in the air?
Because Naya.
Fins.
Can you imagine her being in some type of little quad or a 6-lit, a little orgy thing going on?
Yeah.
And not know that she's actually part of it.
I think
people just start walking in and say, what's going on? What are we doing?
Most people will call that having a train ran on them.
Really?
She get cold.
So that's if you're taking all the dick.
Yeah, sometimes that.
But if you just what? You've had that happen?
Never.
Oh. I was trying to see if she's gonna break. I was gonna see if she's gonna break. She kept the serious poker face. I gotta give her that.
She going back to his interrogation days.
Okay. Defense attorney.
Look, right. let it marinate for a minute.
Right.
She gonna slip.
Like he was serious with that question. No, not at all.
You ever done that, Miss Monet?
I don't like people like that. I'm not a sexual person. I really physically have to be attracted to the person to really want to be intimate with them.
So your next relationship, if the person approaches you and asks you about
people,
okay, poly, monogamy, which one would you prefer?
I honestly want.
You're open to a poly?
I am.
For the reason of what you said before,
yeah,
about making sure that there's some type of emotional connection. Mm-hmm. But that's what makes sense though too, because if you have 3 people. In her situation, it makes sense because of what she's experienced, in the last relationship.
That's my only thing. I just if I could find one person who picks up the slack from what I was lacking, and like I said, for so many years I went without it. It's like, do I really want to be bothered with
to deal with that again?
Right, and so it's like.
Would you tell them ahead of time though, like when you your little introductory thing or whatever, Well, I'm sure most guys so what were you missing in that relationship? It
would definitely come up in a conversation because that will be something that I will want to know. Mm-hmm. Too, because I know that I probably wasn't the best person, I
or you were, and they just didn't know how to appreciate it.
Right. Claim your shit.
Yeah, step up.
Because you are a great person. You cook, you clean, you wash everything. But no, you are, I think, fucking stand on your shit.
Yeah, definitely.
You are a magnificent, wonderful fucking woman.
Right.
Yes, you have your flaws, but
everybody does.
The shit outside of that, like, you make sure your partner, when you got it, your partner got it.
Mm-hmm.
You cook for the whole house, not just you and your partner.
You cook for you, your partner, and the friends y'all inviting.
Exactly.
And the ones that need you to bring them a plate.
Exactly. Because even before I was roommates with you and your ex, we were just friends, and I was just popping over on a Sunday. It was always a Sunday meal cooked.
Yeah.
All right.
I grew up on Sunday dinner, so that's a tradition I would like to keep.
All the more reason to, when that special guy or guys come into your life,
Or girls.
I know you would try anything. Yeah, she did say that.
Yeah.
That, you know, you already know what you're not willing to accept. So when you just lay it all on the table, like, this is what I expect, you know, answer them questions, and the questions that don't get asked, you just provide the information to them, so they can't say they weren't told in advance.
Well, I've always been that type of person. I kind of want to make sure that everything is laid out on the table, so that the person has the opportunity to choose whether or not that this is something that they're ready to deal with. Because a lot of times people are not given that opportunity, and it's like they're forced into a relationship, and they get to that point, oh, well, you didn't tell me that.
Right.
Because if you'd have told me that, I wouldn't have stuck around.
Exactly.
So no, I want you to know I'm half crazy.
Yeah.
So a lot of times I'm not going to want to be bothered with you.
Half crazy.
I was going to say you never.
The bottle's right there.
I feel like you're trying me.
So as Naya continues to give us a breakdown of people, I'm going to take a shot of some of this good old
Trade Generations.
This Trade Generations. I got this for my birthday from Mr. Chino and Sidonia. So we're going to have a shot. Naya said she's not going to join us on that.
I still have to
drive. You don't have to fill it to the top.
I was going to give it half.
Okay.
I have to drive, and I still have to put on a full face, and I would like my eyebrows to at least resemble each other. And fucking with y'all.
You got crisscross eyes and shit like that.
Sorry, it's a little over half.
Fucking with y'all.
Can't let Dante pour shots no more. You feel yours.
You can't
up.
even make drinks.
Oh, I can, just not for you.
Your heavy-handed ass is not allowed to make drinks. You can't handle drinkers.
You give her some fucking juice. You give her this much juice, right? And that much liquor.
Because you're not supposed to taste the alcohol.
Absolutely.
Why not? It's an alcoholic beverage.
That's the problem right there. Someone has given her the wrong drink to make her think for some reason when you ask for an alcoholic drink, you're not supposed to taste the alcohol. Duh.
Well,
I'm assuming when you sucking dick and somebody nut in your mouth, you're not supposed to taste the nut.
I prefer not to.
She prefer if it's a little sweet.
It's gonna be sweet. They eat a lot of fruit, some fruit cocktails and peaches.
Eat your pineapples.
You'd be good. Just tell them that first. If y'all gonna be getting freaky, I hate to jump the subject from what you were talking about because it's very sensitive. I know, but I'm just saying, you start going in on the liquor.
Just take your shot.
Cheers to Naya and not having to worry about whatever. Salute.
He's gonna be old and miserable.
Oh, I'm actually old now and I'm not miserable. I make old look good.
Do you?
Oh yes.
That's a matter of an opinion.
Oh, you suck mini cocks.
Where is this going?
It was a liquor.
You got me beat.
Yeah, I probably do. Yeah, just a smidge. Well,
ma'am,
I appreciate everybody joining us on Instagram Live for this episode of Rockefeller's Radio. It's been very interesting. I appreciate everybody that's tuning in. For those of you that are just now tuning in, I'm sorry if y'all missed it. Y'all can actually go back and watch it. This episode will be available on, what are we doing, Tuesday or Thursday? We're doing every Thursday, right? The posted?
Yeah.
This episode will be available next Thursday. On the podcast or Apple Podcasts, iHeart, YouTube, Spotify.
And even if you all did join us, still go back and listen to the episode. Just go back and listen.
Because you might have missed something.
You might have missed something. Because sometimes we end up tying these episodes together for some reason. So if you don't know what we're talking about, when we say we mentioned something, we did talk about that, go back to the episode. Be sure to also follow us on YouTube. Subscribe. go to the Rock Rockefeller or just type in Rockefeller's Radio on YouTube and just click subscribe. You ain't got to listen to the podcast there. If you do, that's fine because it's the same. But we want to build up our subscribers on YouTube as well, so that support will be greatly appreciated. My final word for today is pretty much this. Make sure that if you decide that you want to get into an open relationship, that it's something that you want to do. As Dante and Naya and myself discussed, you have to have a conversation with the person that you're involved with. You have to make sure that it's something that they want to be a part of. If it's not, again, I've said before, you got to determine or not whether that's something that you and your partner want to either continue moving forward or go your separate ways, which I'm always for staying together. So, make sure that if the reason why you're getting with them is not just for the open relationship, and if there's issues that you're having, whether it be sexually, emotionally, that you talk about it and find out the next steps. When it comes to the poly, keep it to 3. 4 and 5 is definitely too much. And yeah, if you can't handle just being with each other, you clearly not going to be able to handle dealing with fucking 4 and 5 people. That's my word for the day. And I want to say thank you for the beautiful Miss Naya Monet and Dante Harris for their help and support in making Rockefeller's Radio what it is. And for those of you who cannot see us, we are giving you the deuces.
Until next time.
Peace. Au revoir.